Hi, welcome back to Genesis Custom Sabers, and this is the most recent custom commission I've just completed. It's actually the last custom commission of 2015. It's taken me until early 2016 here to complete it. But this is Revan's last. I was asked to design and build a concept saber for Revan towards the end of his life, as chronicled in the novels by Drew Karpyshyn. So this was essentially my concept for the last saber that Revan would have owned, that followed him into the annals of history and mystery, if you've read the novels. So this is essentially Revan's saber as I've conceived it. The prongs, the three prongs, are not new. That's some other Revan designs, but I've done my own little take on them because that's what the customer asked for, was to keep those elements from other artists' concept designs of a Revan saber. But what I've added is a double gripped saber. It's a double grip, and I've done the etching pattern I'll give you a bit of a close-up on that. You can see the star forged silhouette is etched 3 different places around the emitter, and then towards the pommel end you've got this geometric pattern that's similar to some of the Starforge imagery that you would see in Knights of the Old Republic, the original video game. So this is a fully functioning, fully dual-worthy saber. This video will serve as the instructions for the new owner, just as well as a video for those that are interested in following this type of work. Of course, any 1-inch blade will go in. We've got a blade retention screw here. This is what keeps it from flying out. Now, to activate the saber, you want to pull out the kill key. That covers the 2.1mm recharge port. That's where you plug in your charger and charge up your saber. And once the kill key is pulled out, saber is active. You can hit the activation button. 2 brass buttons. This one's got a bit of a ring machined in it, so it separates it from the auxiliary button. So this is the on-off button. This is the auxiliary button. You tap it, you get a blaster blocks. You hold it. Lock-up effect. Of course, this is a color-changing saber, so if you hit both buttons at the same time, it cycles through 10 different color presets. Of course, you want to go to a really nice green for Revan. You've also got a window here that shows you access to a 4 LED bar graph. I'll show you why it's only a 4 LED bar graph as we go, but that's how to use this saber. And this is what it looks like in a fairly low-lit room. Of course, this is my Rogue sound font. To open the saber, don't permit anything to be taken apart from a warranty point of view. If, for whatever reason, over repeated dueling, these claws take a number of hits, and if they ever become loose, there's actually two screws there. They're bolted in here and on the inside. You can access it through these openings. So you can just tighten with an Allen key, the appropriate size. You never want to tighten like this. That's too much leverage. You just want to tighten like that. And that's good. You may never actually need to touch those. But anyways, that's how they're put on. But for taking apart the saber to get access to the internals, you can separate the saber here and unscrew it, just like this, with the kill key out. Otherwise it'll pinch it when it rotates. So I always want to have the kill key out. You can unscrew the bottom half of the saber and get access to, there's the crystal chassis and the Crystal Focus version 7.5. It's got a plastic shroud over the top that covers the bar graph, acts as the window in effect. You can see the crate pearl here from a crate dragon. That's machined quartz, and it's lit with the multicolor LED. So when the saber is activated, you can see the 4 LED bar graph going there. You can change colors, and the crystal will change colors corresponding with the blade color that you've selected. Of course, when you hold the lock up button, you get the remaining battery life. The battery's almost dead on this, so I'm getting one flashing LED telling me this Saber needs to be charged. So, but anyways, I'll give you a close-up as well of the brass fittings there on the crystal chassis. Here's a bit of a close-up of the crystal chamber. You can see it's pulsing there, green. It pulses a different color depending on what sound bank I'm in. For some of the Sith fonts like Revenge and Vader OT, you get a red pulsing crystal. And sound font like Hoth, you get the ice blue. You can see the crystal is actually held in place with 3 brass pins there that I machined specifically for this chamber. Well, everything's machined specifically for this chamber. I do each one unique. You can see some of the brass rods. All the wires are run through these brass rods, and there's also copper rods in there. Or tubes, I should say. You can see the crystal activated. Here you've got, of course, the recharge port and the rice port, so you can plug the rice cable into this Saber, plug it into your computer, and have real-time access to all the functioning of the crystal focus. You can make changes to the color settings or the flicker of the blade or the crystal or whatever you want. So when it comes time to put the Saber back together, it goes together like this. Now, it may hang up on this little plastic thing. You just depress it a little bit with your finger until it clears. There you go, and then you just thread it together, and this Saber is ready for action. So I hope the new owner is pleased. Thanks again for watching.